Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for a watch along. By God, it feels like it's been a while since we did one. So, do you know, I think the last one was QPR as well, wasn't it? I think it was QPR drawing at home to Nottingham Forest. So tonight we are watching some Monday night football, Darby versus QPR. I can see plenty of people in the chat. Do say hello in the chat and let us know how you see this one panning out on a very cold looking night over at Pride Park. But the pitch looks fine. Doesn't look like there's snow yet, but you never know. Not too far away in Leicester, there was plenty, wasn't there, on Saturday. Let me know you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly, and we will get into this one imminently. Let's just say a big thank you to our good friend Luca, who is our fan sponsor there. Luca, football is nothing without fans. I'm nothing without football. Luca, legend there, young lad. His sponsorship set up by his dad, Stephen. We thank them for their support. You too can get involved over on Patreon if you want to too. Where is my link? There you go. Ticking along down there, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Would you believe we've just done a Q&A over on Patreon there, and we'll be doing a roundtable very, very soon. Get your comments in on this game. How do you think it's going to pan out? State of play in the Championship. Let's just bang through the results so far this round, because obviously we've gone Friday night through to Monday, a sort of four-day Championship weekend, essentially. West Brom 0, Forest 0 on Friday. Preston 1, Fulham 1. So a slowdown in that top four for sure, which QPR will be attempting to take advantage of in the same way that Blackburn did at the weekend. We'll get table up in a second. You can see what the objective is here for Rangers. And, of course, Darby down at the bottom there with the minus 21 points. Just trying to get within touching distance of second last is all Darby can really do at the moment, isn't it? The rest of those scores, Birmingham 1, Blackpool 0. So Bournemouth 2, Coventry 2 is another part of that slight slowdown the past couple of games from the top two, and West Brom's is a little more long-term, isn't it? Huddersfield 1, Borough 2, Hull 2, Millwall 1, Luton 1, Cardiff 2, Posh 0, Barnsley 0, which is a good result for Derby. I know they're a long way back, but when the two teams above you play, a draw is the result you want, with both dropping points there. Stoke 0, Blackburn 1 was the big one in the top six, and that result means that QPR can push 4 points ahead of Stoke with a win tonight, and they would go into third place, QPR. Let me just bang through. Swansea 2, Reading 3, Sheffield United 2, Bristol City. Just have a quick look at the table before we look at anything else as I scroll the wrong way. So you can see QPR there in sixth position, in very good form, actually 10 points in the last 4 games. And their defence has tidied up a little bit too, Rangers. And look, add 3 points on, we're taking to 35, would actually go above West Brom, who've had a bit more of a pronounced slip in terms of their output than Fulham and Bournemouth, who are sort of streets ahead still. That might take a few more weeks and a few more draws and whatnot for anyone to get anywhere near Fulham and Bournemouth, let's just say. Although they do play each other on Friday night. We look forward to that one. Look, Derby down the bottom there, 1 point. They've only lost 5 games, so it's only the top 3 that have lost fewer games. You can see Derby and Rooney love a draw, don't they? 10 draws in 19 games. Woof. But look at the form recently, 5 points in the last 3. And when you consider 2 of those games were, well, the last 2 games indeed, weren't they? This is the end, essentially, of Derby's 3-game week, where they've played Bournemouth and beaten them, Fulham away and got a draw. Could be a very, very serviceable week, but still, look, 19 points from safety Derby. If anyone's counting after tonight, there'll be 26 games to go. They essentially can't have many weeks where they don't make a point up on 21st place. If they're going to get anyone anywhere near. There's Chris Kirchner I can see the American businessman on Sky Sports there, who we think may be possibly the next owner of Derby County. Get your comments in, get your predictions in. Please hit like on the stream wherever you're watching as well. Hit that subscribe button. We're over 20,000 as well. And let's get in and have a look at the teams. And you can give me your thoughts on the 11s in this one and the selections of the two managers. Take that banner straight off again. Sorry, I only just put it back up, didn't I? There is your Derby team. Roos in goal. Big mistake from him in that game against Bournemouth, but clean sheet down at Fulham. Maybe some kind of redemption there. Burn and Forsyth, the fullbacks. Of course, Buchanan, not good news there. He's injured for a fair while. I think the normal Derby left back. Davies and Jagielka. Really good bit of management that by Rooney. He just got, obviously Davies had been there before, but got basically the two most experienced centre-backs he could. And he protects them as well. He doesn't leave them with acres of space in front of them and people to run at them. And if you have old, experienced defenders and their job is head it, kick it, be in the right place, they'll be fine. It's only when you spread out and leave huge, great spaces and ask them to do crazy stuff when you get the problems. And Rooney's mitigated that fairly well. Midfield three there, Shinnie, Thompson, Bird. I think Thompson might have started the last few games. In fact, let's just bring him up because he's been a nice new addition, hasn't he, Liam Thompson, excuse me. He started the last two, was on the bench against, ignore some of those results there, under 23 games that you can see there. But yeah, have a look in there on the bench against Coventry and then in the last two games there. And he's going to play a third game this week is Liam Thompson. So good luck to him. Another youngster coming through at Derby alongside Max Bird, who I think he's been about for a couple of seasons now, hasn't he? Max Bird didn't quite push on how we thought he might last season, but really going great guns now back at it this season. Jason Knight, Tom Lawrence and Ravel Morrison is the front three. And I can hear you all saying there's no strikers in there. There isn't really, is there? Tom Lawrence is sort of a wide forward at best, isn't he? Morrison, number 10 really, isn't he? And Jason Knight, in my opinion, is more a sort of midfield player than any kind of forward. But there you go. There's the bench for Derby. Allsop, Stearman, Josh Fiac, Sibley, Watson, Ebasele. Colin Kazim-Richards is on the bench if they do need a big, strong lump of a striker to put on at any point. QPR, who, as we've said, can go up into third in the table with a win tonight. They're going to 35 points from 20 games. What is that, 1.6 per game? I can't add it up. I'm probably missing a trick there, an obvious one. But is it 1.75? I don't know. You tell me in the chat. Dieng in goal. The normal looking back three. Jimmy Dunn is sort of well played in now into this system, isn't he? Signed from Burnley in the summer. Barbe to his left and Dickey to his right. Good ball playing back three. That Barbe was obviously at Brentford with Warburton, I think previously, and Dickey's been very good since arriving from Oxford. Lee Wallace seems a bit, let's say, rejuvenated. I don't know if he was ever juvenated in the first place, but Rangers fans were certainly a little bit suspicious and didn't really think. I thought it would be Sam McCallum having that shirt, but injuries put paid to that. Albert Adoma down the other side, who's actually been playing very well. He's not a wing-back at all, is he? But such an experienced player. A couple of promotions, one with Borough, one with Villa as well. Proper championship stalwart Adoma. So is Steph Johansson, who's got two promotions with both with Fulham, hasn't he? Although not used quite as much second time around. Alongside Andre Dazelle, who was an Ipswich fan, I know a hell of a lot about. And he's finally looking like a championship midfielder. Everyone who watches him play for about 30 seconds can see he's a good player. He's just not been able to piece it together in his career. And I would suggest, and I've watched Andre Dazzel's whole career. This is the best run of form he's had in his entire career this past 5 or 6 games. Getting himself in there ahead of Dominic Ball next to Steph Johansson in the Rangers midfield. Good front three for Rangers. And whether it is 2 up top or whether Willock can drop in and support Austin. But Ilias Chair, who will either play 10 or sort of, an inside forward position. Chris Willock and Charlie Austin. When you compare the front three, certainly a few more options there for Rangers. There's the bench for QPR. Archer, Odebajo, Amos, Bull, Field, Thomas, Andre Gray, a striking option on the bench as well. We'll get to comments in just a sec. We're about 3 minutes from kickoff. In fact, here come the players now. And one of your favourites, guys, it's referee Simpson tonight. So once again, a draw will put QPR level with Blackburn and Coventry on 33 points. Remember, Darby love a draw, don't they? Most draws in the division with 10 in their 19 games so far. Let's take a quick look at the goal difference. QPR's goal difference of +7 is superior to Coventry's and the same as Blackburn. So only a 4-4 draw would put QPR above Blackburn if they are going to draw. Otherwise, Rovers will stay above Rangers. However, if Rangers do win, 35 points takes them all the way up above West Brom and into that box seat in the top playoff position with, as we said, Fulham and Bournemouth way off in the distance. Derby, well, they just want to feel their way up to 10 points, essentially, don't they? We do this every week. Add 21 points on. Derby would be in 19th place. So they're not the form of a relegation side, but they're also not the form of a side who's going to be eating up that ground quickly. They would be 19th without the points deductions. You'd be looking, and we do this maths quite a lot, don't we? 45 to survive. It may be lower this year. I get that argument. Doesn't look like a high tide season, does it? But another 44 points in 26 games, 27 if you include today. Sounds like hard work to me. Let's have a little look here. Say some more hellos. No, Jamie, I don't want a 0-0. We hope not. We hope not at all. Jason, welcome along. He's having a cigarette, is he? Very nice too. J-Lo, I want Derby to win so Blackburn can stay fourth. Self-interest, ahoy there. Sergeant, go Leeds. Wait, no, they're not here. Not here at all. Baz, QPR surely today. Derby set for a letdown after last week's result. They've been excellent this last week. Welcome, QPR forever. AJ, Jonathan, 1-1 draw for Tom. I think that's what I went for in the Football 365 show. I hope the neck is okay. Yeah, it was a bit of a loud crack. It is right next to the microphone, isn't it? Quickly, let's get a few more of these. We're about to kick off. A proportion of the QPR players taking the knee in support of discrimination. We respect the choice of all players to do what the hell they like. Let's say thank you for your comments because we have kicked off in this one. Keep me interested during the game. We know Derby can be quite stoic at times, although, as we said, they've had a very, very good week, haven't they? As Knight slips it down the right-hand side. Burn gets away. Burn crossing position. In it goes. Shinnie arriving. Shinnie in the box. Shinnie left-footed. Oh, it's a big chance straight away. Tom Lawrence is in the box. He wafts his right foot. And Derby should be in front in about 26 seconds there. Burn got behind. Always the danger with the back three. Shinnie has a bit of time. It's a kind of cross shot, and Lawrence needs to read that, doesn't he? A little redirect there, and Dieng is done, I think, as the ball comes across. We're just seeing the last angle. Any touch on that goalwards, and Lawrence is scoring that with the redirect. So, interesting start there. Derby could have had a lead inside 30 seconds. Nathan Burn well forward from right back. We know you get that hole, don't you, with the 3 centre-backs. You get down the sides. That's what Burn managed to do. And Tom Lawrence there on the end of maybe Shinny is shooting, and maybe Shinny should have just made a more obvious motion to cross that. But chance for Darby, who are playing out from the back, having got caught out by Bournemouth the other day. They're still happy to do that. Here's Max Bird. Bird to Davies, and Shinny, who should have really had an assist already in this game. Davies knocks it back to Roos, and Darby building from the back. And 3-1 QPR. Check out Ant's channel. Met him a couple of times in recent weeks. Up at Leicester doing some work. Here is Bird. Bird to Thompson, who I've sort of seen in... I kind of had one eye on Derby's game against Bournemouth. I was doing writing at the same time. Derby have started well, to be fair here. The better side in the opening 2 minutes. And obviously, it won't be registered as a chance because there wasn't a shot at the end of it. But we all know if Lawrence gets the redirect on that one, they could well have had the lead already here, Derby. Here's Knight on the right-hand side. Burn. It's dropped back into Thompson. Thompson's got it again, and he's lost out to Andre Dezelle. Derby win it back. They're by far the better side at the moment, Derby. I've only played 2.5 minutes, but there you go. For Forsyth, Morrison drifts in from the left. Adoma goes with him. Here's Shinny. Out it goes to Forsyth. It's good stuff from Derby. Forsyth crosses left foot. That's going to be easy for Dieng, who makes the catch and attempts a quick goal kick. It's a horrible kick by Dieng. He's giving it straight back to Thompson. Thompson with the feed for Lawrence over hits. And Barbe knocks it out to Dezelle. And QPR really getting their first hold of the ball. They've got it to Chair, which is a sensible thing to do. He'll look after it. Willock, lovely stuff. Chair and Willock combining then. Chair is going to try and run all the way through. Jagielka looked a little bit worried when Chair tried to knock and run. But you can see straight away, Chair and Willock, I don't think many would disagree, are technically probably, unless Morrison's actually having one of his good games, are technically the two best players on the pitch. So when they combine, going to be dangerous, isn't it? Knocked forward by Darby. QPR win it back. Dickie's got it. And Johansson gets his first feel of the ball in the centre circle. Let's say some hellos. Owen, fun in the snow at school today. Lovely stuff. They didn't cancel it, did they? Close schools for anything now, aren't they? James, do you think there'll be trouble at Millwall Blues on Saturday? We'll see. All those Blues fans will get funneled in around the back at the Den. No, it shouldn't be, should there? Keep it all good-spirited, I hope. Knight crosses in from the right. Domer's going to pick that up in the sort of right-back position. Knocks the ball off Craig Forsyth. Throw in to QPR, who just now starting to get into the game. Could start by Darby, who forced that sort of opening chance there. Chance which wasn't a chance because Lawrence didn't get a touch on it, but probably should have been the opening goal, shouldn't it? Chair, beautiful first-time ball by Chair out to Wallace. Wallace to Willock. Good touch by Willock. Wallace back to Willock. Here's Dezelle just over halfway. Dezelle helps it on to Dickie. Dickie to Doma. Darby in good defensive shape here. Dickie, Dezelle. Rangers moving the ball nicely. Done to Barbe. He's got a bit of space in front of him. Switch of play from Barbe to Johansson, who drifts forward down the right-hand side. Adoma versus Forsyth. Adoma crosses in. Difficult one for Jagielka there. Didn't know whether to go with his foot or his head there. Leans down, heads it away. Now here's Willock, right side of the box. Adoma crosses in, headed away. Dezelle, edge of the box, shooting position. He's gone on his right foot, tries a little feed. Chair goes down a little bit theatrically there in the box. Sort of little bump, kind of arm contact. It wasn't a foul by Burn, and referee Simpson not interested in that one. Not surprised, really. Nothing in it. But here come Rangers again. Johansson pings it in left-footed. Wallace is up. Nice header back by Wallace, and Burn clears away. QPR now on top for the last couple of minutes. Evening. Nat, welcome along. Chris, fantastic coverage from the get-go. Cheers, Bloom. Well, thank you very, very much. Darby 0, QPR 0. Only trouble when Millwall getting a bad rap here. There you go, Ant. I've never seen any bother at Millwall. Like you say, if you look for trouble, you will find it. Wind your neck in and you'll be all right at the football, won't you? 6:50 gone in this one. Darby 0, QPR 0. Best chance of the game. 26 seconds in. Graham Shinnie drives a cross shot in. If Tom Lawrence gets any decent touch on that, he can steer that into the net. QPR have come into it since, but haven't really registered any kind of effort on goal. Decent stuff so far. Here is Dicky, and I don't know if an offside flag's gone up. We're going to get a restart here. And Dicky knocks it into Dunn and Barbe. Chair looks like a player who could definitely step up to the Prem. Does look like the next one out of QPR, obviously. Eze, Samuel and Chair were all there at once, actually. And Chair and Willock very much the jewels in the crown. Now is Johansson in midfield. Mark, a Monday watch along with Bloom, with the Bloom. Amazing stuff. You love to see it. Monday Night Football. Do you know what, actually, Mark? We got a few here. We'll be here on Friday night. Hell of a game on Friday. Fulham versus Bournemouth. We're also going to be doing Barnsley and West Brom on the 17th. I believe there's another Monday Night Football, isn't there? Yeah, Fulham, Sheffield United and Sheffield United QPR. So we'll be in watch-along mode through the month of December. In the QPR team, ex-Forest manager, ex-Forest right-back. Delightful. You love to see it. Chair will probably follow in the footsteps of Eze. What, Palace? We will see. Certainly going to end up heading towards the Premier League at some point, you would think. Chair, good player. Done. Dicky. Another one who may well end up in the Premier League. George, going to that Friday night game. What a brilliant game to bring me through this week. Absolutely. Here comes Lawrence. Lawrence is fed through. Lawrence in behind. Oh, what a finish by Lawrence. Oh, he went through and he larruped it into the top corner. I criticised him for not being wide awake in 26 seconds. What a finish that is. Lawrence gives Darby the lead. I looked away and all of a sudden he was clear through. I'm going to get a good look here. Barbe has it. And he kind of gets closed down by Thompson. It's then on to Shinnie. And, yeah, simple stuff. Lawrence goes early. What about that for a finish, though, guys? It's not complex, is it? It's quite poor from Dicky, actually, because Lawrence is outside him. Dicky can see him the whole time. Lawrence isn't exactly Adama Traore when it comes to pace. What a finish that is. Dieng rooted to the spot. Lawrence smashes it into the top corner. Darby 1, QPR 0. Darby had started well the first 2 minutes. I thought QPR had been the better side the last 7 or 8 minutes. But Darby, the Rams lead. It's a great goal by Lawrence. Played through. Dicky's a bit wide asleep, isn't he? There you have to say. The run is right across his eye line and Lawrence gets in. Shinnie, simple ball, hardly defends splitting eye of the needle stuff, and they cut through Rangers easily. And brilliant finish by Lawrence into the top corner. Woof. We got a goal. 9 minutes and 5 seconds, says Sky Sports. And Darby have the lead. Woof. Let's get some comments on that one. Poor defending. Yeah, I agree. And I mean, Dicky's got a big reputation, hasn't he? Maybe in deference to Dicky, maybe he thinks he's just going to pass Lawrence on to Jimmy Dunn in the middle, but he's not there. And Lawrence runs right across his eye line and in and through. Great goal, great finish, absolutely. Wayne, live chat is great. Yeah, not down to me, just down to the excellent subscribers talking a lot of sense we have. Interesting. Ooh. Kyle. You going to Leicester again for upside? Yeah, I think I'm going to Spurs next, but we will be back to Leicester. We'll see Ant soon, I'm sure, as well. Hello. Yes, indeed. Chair seems the kind of player suited to Brighton. Yeah, he does. He does, Luke, doesn't he? They'll sign him and then loan him back to the Championship for the next 3 years, won't they? Sam, Benjamin Bloom, greater than every Sky Sports commentator ever. I'll take it. I'm not sure it's true. QPR forever. Come on, you ours. Yeah, but sleepy defending, wasn't it? Lawrence, 5 goals, 3 assists. Decent. Remember, I got a really good look at Tom Lawrence in the, someone will correct me, 16-17 season. He was on loan at Ipswich and pretty much the only attacking threat at Ipswich that season. Did well. Ooh. Up in the air off Jagielka there. Davies tries to head it back to Roos. He then tries to blame Roos after. He's not getting away with that one. Not a good header back by Curtis Davies there. And Chair. Actually, Chair's been the furthest forward a couple of times in this one. I don't think we mentioned Austin's name, which means he'll probably score straight from this corner. But there you go. Corner to QPR. You'd imagine Barbe done. Dickey will be up. I suppose Wallace is the only other toolish player in that lineup. Chair's going to take the corner right-footed. Outswinger coming. Austin makes the run to the near post. Headed away by Forsyth, I think. Willock tries the Zidane spin there. Nearly pulls it off. Here's Chair on the right wing. Chair, nice feet. In it goes to Johansson. Back to Chair. Oh, great feet by Chair. He's showing off today, isn't he? And he tries to put the cross in and Forsyth watches it all the way. Out it goes for a corner. Leicester reject, yeah. Leicester have gone into a different stratosphere now, haven't they? Did Darby have a chance of catching Barnsley and Peterborough? On the basis of this week, maybe. Corner to QPR. Left foot of this one. Johansson floats it in. All off the line-ish. What happened there? Came off Jason Knight on the near post. It was hardly flying in the goal, but there needed to be, I think it might have been Thompson actually, there needed to be the header away. Or was it Lawrence, in fact? The camera's gone on Lawrence on Sky Sports. He's having a lovely old time tonight after smashing that one in the top corner. Yeah, 16-17. Yeah, don't talk to me about Leon Best, Luke. Bless him. He was good with Warnock at Rotherham, wasn't he, old Leon? And for about a cup of tea at Blackburn, I think. Here comes Willock, who's a very nice player to watch, isn't he? Chair down the left. Chair back to Wallace. Chair, who's playing well, he's best player for QPR. Certainly the most influential player. Dunn, back to Dickey. Decent press by Darby, just squeezing up there. Nice run by Dickey. They just run straight through the press, to be fair. Johansson now. Johansson right side of the box. The dome is going to cross left footed. Poor. And Curtis Davis clears. Alexander, if Barnsley and Posh and Reading continue their crap performances, will Derby survive? I'd say the chances of Derby surviving are extremely slim. Don't forget, Reading won at the weekend. Barnsley and Peterborough is a different matter. They are not playing well, are they? They're still very poor points totals there. And we can start speculating about a low tide. I always say 45 to survive. Could be lower, couldn't it? Doma has beaten Forsyth. Superman punched by Roos in goal. Dazelle, edge of the box. Dazelle, give and go. Runs through. Doma has surely come from an offside position, hasn't he? I think the flag has gone up. Let's have another look at that. Forsyth gets robbed by Doma. There's the punch. Is there two players? Yes, there was. I think Doma was actually onside. So the Rangers fans pointing, Rangers players pointing were probably right there, but there we go. Free kick to Darby restart here for Keller-Roos. Last 10 minutes possession, say Sky Sports, 77%. Goodness me. What else are we saying in the chat here? George, even though Derby cost us promotion, I hope they stay up. Well, look, I always say in situations like this, I'll see you in a couple of months' time on that one. It's just a very, very Mission Impossible looking situation, isn't it? But they've basically got to play well all season, haven't they? What is the lowest points tally a team has survived on? I can look up there and tell you. Birmingham survived with 44 in 2014. Derby survived with 44 last season, in fact. Except for Wednesday's points deduction might have done something to that. I personally don't look at the points total for 21st. I always just add 1 point on to 22nd. What would it have taken to survive? And there's a couple of low ones there. You could have survived with 41 points in 2012, 42 in 2015, 41 in 2016 as well. There's a few high ones in there, though. As you know, Charlton fans will tell you about going down with 49 points, and Peterborough, 48. Peterborough went down with 54, didn't they? Incredibly. And Blackburn, 51. So you never know. Crossed in by Forsyth. Good shout by Senny Dieng. And here comes the attempted counter. Johansson to Dazelle. Wallace, Dazelle, plenty of space. Dazelle pings it out to Dickey, who got a bit caught out for that goal, didn't he? Dickey to Dunn. And this is probably going to be the pattern now, isn't it? We'll get Rangers possession, and you'd imagine the press is probably going to kick in from Darby when the ball goes into Dazelle and Johansson. I'd imagine they'll let the back three knock it about, won't they? Especially given they've got a goal lead. Here is Willock. And there's a foul been given. Bird has been penalised. Here is Dickey. It's not back to Willock. No eyes ball from Barbe there. And yeah, it does seem the game plan. Oh dear. Is let them pass it around the back, and it's worked because Barbe slipped there and has handed possession back. Do I think Lawrence will go at Christmas? No. Bielik is the one you'd worry about if you're a Derby fan. He's nearly back to fitness now after a long injury hole. He's probably the most saleable asset if he gets back anywhere near the level he has played at Derby. Roos out to Bird. Nice one around the corner to Jagielka. It's good play by Derby, actually. Knight to Shinnie. Shinnie drives forward. He's right up to the edge of the box. Tries to play him for Forsyth. Charlie Austin's back. Ravel Morrison drives a shot with the right foot. Not a good one. Flies wide. West Brom survived with 34 points. I think we might be talking about a different division there. Alexander. 5 bellies. Evening. How's the game? Decent, actually. Very nicely set up, actually. We've had a great goal by Tom Lawrence inside 10 minutes. And I think we're going to have Darby sitting in a little bit, inviting QPR on. Should be plenty of forward momentum. Blue Sky. Lawrence has been told he can go for free in January. Wow. Okay, maybe I stand corrected if that's the truth. Chris Kirchner's on his iPhone 13 by the look of it. Surprised he can get signal. Oh, no, he's in the director's box. There'll be Wi-Fi, won't there? Hey, 21 gone. Derby 1, QPR 0. As things stand, no one moves anywhere, of course. But Derby will be just 16 points from survival with 26 games remaining. Davies goes home. Roos is going to go long. And it's turned over. Adoma heads it back to Dunn. Barbe pressing a little bit higher up now. This might be a chance for QPR to play through them. Austin, nice hold. A lovely ball out by Austin to Chair. Perfect first touch as ever by Chair. Engages Knight. Chair, nice dummy. Chair inside. Willock to Dickey. Dickey back to Dunn. Willock's come short. They're roaming around Chair and Willock, aren't they? It was as I suspected. Not a 2 up top like SofaScore said. But Austin up and Willock and Chair playing off him. There's a big diag into the box looking for Adoma. Oh, Adoma's pulled it down. Knocked back to Austin, and Austin falls over in the box. Johansson helps it back on. Austin shoots, blocked. Lawrence goes 50-50 there with Dazelle. I think they bashed heads there. Lawrence and Dazelle, who would have been together at good old Ipswich. And we're going to get a stoppage now. Wenlock, could Rooney win Manager of the Year and get relegated? Yes. Yes, if they get anywhere near 40-ish points, then he could well do, couldn't he? Charlie, watching the Ballon d'Or ceremony. Nice. A level above us. Do I want to watch this clash of heads in slow motion? Not much in that, actually. I think it's Andre Dazelle's hand more than anything. It might have been a finger in the eye or something like that gets Lawrence. They're doing the... Actually, I don't think they're doing the concussion protocol. I think they're looking at his neck, to be honest. I think he's going to be okay, Tom Lawrence, the goal scorer. As the clock ticks over, 24 minutes. Keep your thoughts coming in. Derby 1, QPR 0. Decent game so far in the cold at Pride Park. Monday night football. You love to see it. We'll be on Championship 365. I'll be talking to Ben HD and either Justin and or Ryan or both tomorrow. That's on the Planet Sport Network. Check that out. We might even have a free night to get some kind of opinion video in tomorrow. No 3-game week this week. Here comes Willock driving forward to the edge of the box. Willock, he tried to feed it into Austin. Austin was free as a bird in the middle there. Jagielka and Davies had got pulled across and he couldn't quite find Austin there. Doesn't look that difficult across, does it? And yeah, Willock holds his head. Unsurprisingly, corner for QPR. From the left-hand side, it's going to be Chair with the right foot, goes short to Willock. Back to Chair. Chair stood up by Thompson. Good defending by Thompson, the young midfielder. Willock pings the cross in this time. Davies, like we said, head it, kick it, head it, kick it. Clear everything, won't he, those two? Davies and Jagielka. If they can keep nice and close to the goal and have a nice screen in front of them. Throw in to Rangers. Down the left-hand side, Lee Wallace is going to take. 25:45 on the clock. Wallace tosses it in. Chair. Chair backheels it against Bird. I think it then bounced off Bird and back out of Chair because it's going to be a Derby throw. Can't believe Andy Carroll wasn't nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Terrible. Unbelievable. Lots of Lewandowski chat on here. When's it announced? You lot watching that? Hefty looking tackle there by Dickey, but the whistle had already gone. It's a free kick to Rangers. We had football in school. Someone fouled me when I was in on goal. And ref said no foul. Tried being logical, but no. There we go. If Albert Adoma plays 70 more games in the Championship, will be the all-time appearance maker in the league. Is it still Luke Chambers or is it Lee Camp? I tweeted this a while back, actually. Adoma is getting up there. Free kick Darby, just inside, just about 2 sets of hatching inside their own half. Jagielka boots it diagonally right-footed. Warnock taught him that at Sheffield United. Here's Shinnie. Nice little skip inside Adoma. It went into Bird, closed down, and he's gone back to Roos. Roos knocks it diagonally. Looking for... It's quite a clever ploy, actually, there. You got Forsyth one-on-one there, the left back. Adoma was up the pitch. If he does get the flick on, Lawrence is in down the left wing. Didn't work, though. Nice idea. Here's Adoma with the throw-in into Austin, who gives Graham Shinnie a good little kick there. You can tell Austin's getting a bit frustrated. He's coming shorter and shorter, closer and closer to his own goal to get the ball. But you can see his job here. It's quite a nice job, actually. Finish the chances. He's up there on his Todd, and he's relying on Cher and Willock to give him the service. David, all for Uncle Albert having the most appearances if he can get there. How old is he? I think he'll get there, won't he? Let me look that up whilst Johansson knocks it back and Dickey hoiks it down the ground. There he is, Albert Adoma. Oh, there's one. And the flag's gone up for Willock to chase. 33, but he'll be 34 in a couple of weeks' time on the 14th of December. Uncle Albert. That's a very tight offside call, that one. Need our VAR lines. But I'm fed up of talking about VAR either being in or not being in the Championship. I'll reiterate my stance. You don't get to moan about the referees if you don't want VAR, because they will get stuff wrong. Don't know if that's fair, is it? But there you go. Question. Which Championship club had a Ballon d'Or winner in their team? Wow. Try and get my head around that one. Ballon d'Or winner. Stoke City. Michael Owen. Well, no, that was European Footballer of the Year, wasn't it? Or did Michael Owen win the Ballon d'Or? What's the answer, Wenlock? Owen was definitely European Footballer of the Year, wasn't he? Here is Wallace. Did I get it straight away? Unbelievable scenes. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Michael Owen won it. Yes, Annie. When you were a very, very young Amiga, Michael Owen was awesome. Genuinely one of the most explosive, fantastic players to watch you'll ever see. And his career was virtually done. He was never the same after he got injured when he was like 22 or something. But it sounds ridiculous, from about 17 to 22, he was ridiculous. And he's one of these guys as well. You see him being a pundit and he's really boring. And you forget what an exciting player Michael Owen was. He was incredible, wasn't he? Here is Roos. Roos drives it long. Ben with a worldie there. There you go. Well, it was fairly easy in respects that Messi and Ronaldo have won the Ballon d'Or for about the last 100 years. And then Zidane must have won a few, mustn't he? Ronaldinho must have won one. Didn't David Beckham finish second once? He was lightning quick, had some... I mean, bless him. It was almost like his hamstrings were... They couldn't cope with how fast he could run, could they? Incredible. 31-49. Derby 1, QPR 0. In comes a free kick from Johansson. That's a dreadful delivery from good old Steph Johansson. It's funny, when we were having the Ryan Woods debate last week about whether cynical tactical fouls should just all be red cards, Steph Johansson's name kept coming up, funnily enough. David Beckham played for Preston. Did it? Beckham came close as well. Don't forget, Frank Lampard played for Swansea, didn't he? He must have been in the top 3 once or twice. We'll get the winners up at half-time. Actually, let me know what you want to talk about. We'll have a bit of a half-time debate if you want. Nathan Burns sticks that one out, but Ilias Chair was offside. And Darby had just taken the sting out of this one. Everything's slowing down now. Yeah, there's one booted into the channel. Shearer got third in 96. Has he played for a championship club? Yes, Blackburn, of course, yeah. Who won it in 96 then? Surely Shearer was best in the world in 96, wasn't he? King Stefan, you got his promotion shirt. That's tremendous. I wonder how many tactical fouls were committed in that. He's just been penalised, actually, Steph Johansson. All-time 11 players from any time with... Yeah, we'll do that on the round table, actually, David. You can set that one up. Still think as fast as Owen was. Do you know what? I never saw Owen in the flesh in his pomp. I saw him, I don't know, 5 or 6 years later, but yeah, so I can't comment on that. Two quickest players I've seen in the last 5 years or so are Adama Traore, as you mentioned, and Dan James for Swansea as well. Lightning quick. Ridiculous. Matthias Sammer. He shouldn't be winning that over Shearer in 96, should he? Here is Willock. Willock inside. Switched out by Dunn to Adoma. Adoma drifts inside. Derby playing this quite well, actually. Although Adoma, surely he got fouled there. They're not going to pull that one back. Referee Simpson let the advantage go. Adoma had done for Siphon. He had both hands on his back. And we're talking about tactical fouls. There's a block by Tom Lawrence as well. Albert Adoma is explaining exactly what I was just thinking. That he definitely got pulled back then, and referee Simpson gave not very much of an advantage. But Lawrence got penalised for the block not long after that. So it's a free kick to QPR. Dazell's just given some kind of instruction to Chair. So Chair's the right footer for the outswinger. Johansson's the left footer for the inswinger. Normal. So they don't have that many tall players, QPR, do they? Obviously, Dickey, Dunn, Barbe, the 3 centre-halves are in there. All headed goalwards by Charlie Austin, who may not be the tallest, but probably the one you'd want it to go to in terms of finishing ability. And it is headed over. Alan Simonson. What a great shout. Used to play for Charlton. Charlton aren't in the Championship, though, any, or are they? Was the initial question. But, hey, even lower than the Championship. Don't even start me on the players that Ipswich, Sunderland, Pompey, etc. have had. Here's Lawrence. Dickey tries to clear that up the line. Forsyth tried to block it, but it just squidged out, didn't it? Derby 1, QPR 0. Derby doing a fair job of not letting QPR build up any head of steam here. Nice touch by Austin. Off to Johansson. Dazelle with a little spin there, but he's given the ball away. Thompson sweeps it up. Here comes Jason Knight down the right. Oh, here comes the Tarab discussion again. Most skillful in the Championship. Who do you think comes close to him? I'll answer that probably in a second. That was Morrison trying to play Lawrence and didn't quite have the weight on the ball here. Adoma comes away. Always end up talking about Tarab when QPR are on. Most skillful. I don't know about most skillful, but in terms of most influential, there's not anyone who's really come close, has there? Completely carried that team, didn't he? What a player. He should be in the Championship. Yeah, right. Paul McGrath was nominated when he was at Aston Villa. Unbelievable. Wenlock, check out our interview on Blue Monday with Alan Lee, who, when he was a youngster and went over to Villa, had some good stories about training with Paul McGrath and how absurdly good he was, despite not being able to run for any more than 2 hours. Hamza, evening, Ben. Did Derby look good for their lead? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Got in there in about 10 minutes. They're managing the game pretty well. As a Fulham fan, I would agree Tarab had the best individual season ever. Well, maybe, as a Fulham fan, a Fulham player this season, as Forsyth tries to lob Dieng then. Was he offside? Everyone seemed to stop. Mitrovic could outdo that Tarab season this season, depending on if he can keep up his first sort of 17 games worth of form. Probably Grealish for most skillful since him. Yeah, I think so. Did Paul McGrath train? Not for about the last 7 or 8 years of his career, I don't think. He just showed up for the last 2 days of the week, didn't he? Friday and Saturday. Here's Adoma down the right. Adoma knocks in. Johansson in the box. Johansson. Chair tried to take it inside. It's fallen to Johansson, though, who must be offside. Unless a foul's been given. So he couldn't have been offside. It came off a Derby player. Thompson got a foot in there and drew the foul. It's a quick switch of play that moved Derby around. Let's have a look at this. Johansson. Fair call by referee Simpson there. Young Thompson getting in there. Yeah. Giovanni Dos Santos. Always worth a mention, isn't he? Most influential, the numbers may argue Buendia. Yeah. I think the difference between Buendia and Tarab is I would argue that Norwich had more good players around Buendia than QPR did around Tarab. Would be my view on it. Kevin Keegan. More Ballon d'Or winners coming up. If all our playoff teams keep faltering, someone like Cardiff might come and swoop in. Well, there you go. I'll say it again. The door is wide open. Oh, here comes Chair. Can Chair get their first good goalkeeping by Roos? And I think he does quite well not to take that out of the air. Oh, did he take it out? Wait for a slow-mo replay on that one. Could be a handball shout here. Let's have a look. Does he go over the line? Be interested to see what you guys think of this one. Oh, good camera work by Sky. Oh, that's hard to tell. I think he's kept that in there, to be fair. Good bit of goalkeeping by Roos. Good bit of camera work by whoever was the Sky and the director then, because they got us a super slow-mo with exactly the right angle. So I don't think there was any kind of a handball and a free kick right on the edge of the box there. $42 gone. Darby 1, QPR 0. Burn has got it down the right, knocks it back in to Jagielka. They always look for that big switch out to Forsyth, who's going to be a domer in the air most times, isn't he? Ben Rama. Yeah, Ben Rama had lots of good players around him. He was a superb player, wasn't he? But in terms of influential, I still think that Tarab, just being the guy in that team and the whole team built around him. Throw in received by Barbe. Dieng goes long. Jagielka wins the header. Wallace to Chair. Defending team shape's very strong, Derby, and they're just not letting QPR get going now. Long one away. Davis in the right place. Shinnie. Oh, nice turn by Shinnie. Yeah, good play by Shinnie in midfield. Davies. Oh, nice touch by Bird, and that's opened it up now. Thompson's got loads of spaces in the 8th position. Out it goes to Burn. Burn. Thompson on the overlap. Good ball by Burn. Lawrence. Ooh. Well, do you know what? I would say Derby have had the 3 best chances in this game. They've all fallen to Lawrence as well. He scored one of them absolutely brilliantly, but here's another one. Burn plays him in. He's right on the edge of the box. First time. Side foot. He's got plenty of space. You just guide that first time towards one of the corners. Woof. Kevin De Bruyne 8th. Oh, in Ballon d'Or. I saw Kevin De Bruyne in the flesh a few weeks ago. I was at the Manchester Derby. He's quite unorthodox, actually, the way he plays. For example, Bruno Fernandes kind of looks much smoother. I'm not saying he's better. Kevin De Bruyne is obviously sensational, isn't he? But very right-footed. A lot of great players look really, really smooth when they play. De Bruyne is just obviously massively effective. And but yeah, I found it quite interesting because I kept my eye on him for a while in the fresh. Jagielka steps out and wins it. Bird. Darby finishing the half well here into stoppage time. Now 1 minute of it. Forsyth crosses in low. Decent looking ball. Nobody had made that late midfield run to come onto that. Here's Burn. Burn to Bird. It's good stuff from Darby. Willock just nicks in there. Gets a foot on it. Darby win it back. Knight. Ball rolls under his foot. They've won it back again, Darby. I think they're quite good value for this, actually, aren't they? Here's Forsyth. That's poor ball by Forsyth. Knocks it ahead of Lawrence. And I think that's going to be the end of the first half action. We've got about 5 seconds left of stoppage time. Here's that cross in from Forsyth. Actually, it's Morrison, number 11 there. if he stops his run for some reason, if he keeps going, he's got a free shot at goal from about 10 yards there, Ravel Morrison. It's half time. Darby 1, QPR 0. Get your topics in for half time. We'll have get something good to debate at half time. I think Darby quite good value for that. There was that big opening for Lawrence after 26 seconds where Shinny knocked it across the box. Lawrence couldn't get a foot on it. If he did, he probably would have scored. Then I thought QPR came into it a little bit. I wouldn't say the goal was against the run of play. Dickie's a bit sleepy for the goal, isn't he? Lawrence runs right through. But to be fair, it's a hell of a finish by Lawrence. Just spanks it into the top corner. And then Darby, I think good game management there. They set up in a nice, sturdy-looking team shape that kind of folds back into a 4-5-1 and not let QPR get going. They're triggering the press quite nicely and getting out. And then at the end of the half, another couple of openings. I thought Darby finished the half the better side. I think QPR not been that great today, have they? Let me know your thoughts on that. Let's have a quick look at the numbers and see if they back up anything that I'm saying. 61% on the possession for QPR. I haven't done anything with it. Look, no shots on target, no big chances. 4 shots to 3 for Darby. 1 big chance to 0. And, I mean, the attack momentum is a fair little blue blob, but I don't know if we got any Derby fans. I don't know how concerned they've been. I suppose you're concerned when Chair gets the ball. Yeah, you're concerned when Chair and Willock interchange. But have they managed to get Austin in? No, not really. I think Derby are fairly good value, aren't they? Get your comments in on the first half or any topics you want to discuss. Always good fun to have a nice debate at half time. Let me do a little bit of pluggery first. Please hit like if you are watching the stream, whatever platform you're on, Twitter, Facebook or YouTube. Please hit subscribe as well. Let's do a live subscriber count because we went over 20,000, of course. 20,034. Come on, bring on 30,000. You love to see it, don't you? Woof. Right, let's get some topics to talk about. Actually, Lewis is in the game. Let's have a chat with him. Great opening 10 minutes. Sitting far too deep. It's a matter of time until QPR. I don't know about that, Lewis. I think the control's been quite good. I suspect if QPR move on and it's still 1-0 at 70 or 80, I think, I don't know if that's just in stadium nerves. From me on the TV, you'll probably be pleased to hear, I thought Derby looked fairly comfortable. They're just going to keep Chair quiet, haven't they? But, yeah, good performance, I think. Congratulations on 20K. Thank you, Tom. Someone called Ronaldo in 6th. Who's he? Hey, Austin had 1 header, which was a good point, actually. Yeah, he did get that header in the box, didn't he? Premier League and EFL reportedly in talks to remove parachute payments. Well, you know my thoughts on parachute payments, but they're only one part of the equation. It's about an equal or a more equal or a more sensible distribution of wealth. If you just take the parachute payments out, the problem goes elsewhere, doesn't it? In fact, essentially, it goes 3 places higher where the cliff edge goes. It's removing the cliff edges across down the 92. But, hey, that could be a good start. And very pleased to see I'm sure you've all read the fan-led review. The page on parachute payments is literally the discussion me and subscribers have been having for about 5 years on the channel. So I'm glad they've finally come round to realise what a nightmare that big injection of money into 3 clubs and what that does in terms of distorting the rest of the league, however noble the idea was in the first place. QPR forever, maybe get Field or Amos in midfield. Yeah, I'm just thinking as you said that, QPR forever, kind of would have to go to a back 4 to do that, wouldn't they? Maybe match up and go 4-3. I don't see Warburton doing that. And then in terms of midfield, who do you lose unless you just go to an orthodox front two and drop a third man in midfield? But I do agree about them being outnumbered in central midfield. That is a fair point. If Darby stay up, I'll wear a Villa shirt for a week. He's cashing checks here, or writing checks. He might not be able to cash there. Who was that? Sully. Excuse me. Best championship ref. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get on the back of refs. James, they obviously need some help, don't they? And I think technology in whatever form, even if it's just when the ball goes in the net, they check that on the screen or whatever as a starter. But yeah, we don't want to see a couple of incidents we've seen with the goal for Hull against Birmingham, and then obviously the goal for Preston against Fulham looked like if you just had a simple review system on all goals, not even VAR as such, but just goal reviews. The ball goes in the net, you review it. Then, you know, a couple of goals that frankly shouldn't have been would have been ruled out, won't they? Benjamin, shame. I think Darby are too good to go down, not the coaches and the players' fault. I don't know about too good to go down. I mean, well, actually, I mean, the actual numbers tell us that Darby, so if they win this game, they would be on 25 points with a -1 goal difference. So they would be below Forest. They'd be 17th, which is by definition too good to go down, 17th, isn't it? So I guess in the literal terms of what you're saying, but it's a long old league. We will see, and it's so hard to. It's kind of odd to do that, isn't it? Because obviously the mentality and the psychology changes as soon as you get those deductions, isn't it? Championship own version called PAR. What does the P stand for then? Potential assistant referee. There we go. Alex, QPR have scored in their last 486 championship games. Darby have drawn the most games, 1-1. I like where you're going with that, Alex. The logic adds up perfectly, doesn't it? Best player you've seen in the flesh, Ben. Mine's Henry in his invincible season. I always name three. Two of them were when Ipswich were in the Premier League. One of them was when I went to see England in 1997. And that one was Paolo Maldini, who was a joke, an absolute joke of a left back. You couldn't get anywhere near getting past him, won everything in the air, everything on the ground, came forward, good with his feet, perfect hair as well, shorts clean, shirt clean, brilliant player, Maldini. And then the two in the Premier League, one was Paolo Di Canio, who I remember came on for about 20 minutes for West Ham. And I've never seen one player occupy so many defenders. Literally, every time he got the ball, he just stopped and dribbled it. And he was such a good dribbler. It was ridiculous. And the other one was a former Ipswich manager. I saw Roy Keane play for Man United against Ipswich. And you literally, I know I just said the phrase, couldn't get near him. Oh, my God. It was comical. It was like he was having a game by himself. Like the ball went into him. He was just in space the whole time. He gave it. He moved into space and he just demolished us. So in the flesh, I'd say that those three, Paolo Maldini, Roy Keane, Paolo Di Canio. I did see Christian Vieri score a hat-trick as well against Ipswich, but we weren't very good. So there you go. Whoever picks up Lawrence in January will be pretty chuffed. That rumour is certainly moving on if it is an expensive one for them to keep. Stephen, I complain about refs as a football fan, and against VAR takes the debate away. My argument is that those two things, you wouldn't complain about refs. I just think give them some help. Generally speaking, my take is you can yell at someone for being incompetent, or you can try and help them, and they clearly need some help, don't they? I think speed of the game and the tricks the players are up to, and the fact that just one level up, they're getting help. There you go. CRD, check, review, and disallow. It wouldn't be hard, would it? You hardly need an elite referee. You just need a qualified ref who just checks goals as they go in. And that way, all of this rubbish we had with that Honeyman goal or that Ched Evans goal, you know. We've benched 20,000 subscribers. You can fill Kenilworth Road twice. Worth. Outstanding. It's a ridiculous number, isn't it? I'm very proud that we have done that. Portable assistant ref. Who's the best player you've seen this season in the Championship? Mitrovic in the first half against Swansea, I think. Wayne just the first. Did he get first half hat trick, or did he just get 2? I can't remember. I just remember him being absolutely brilliant. Alex, because I'm very sad, I worked out that we've scored 9 goals on our travels so far this season. A goal every 180. You got to tweet that, Alex. That'll get some traction. Merson at Pompey at Millwall. Yeah, I still can't find any TV footage of that. So there we go. Keep questions coming. All good. All good fun. What was my reaction when Roy Keane was appointed? I was well chuffed. Can you imagine? This was, when was this? 2011? I can't remember exactly the year. That was when Roy Keane had sort of taken Sunderland up and been managing in the Premier League. And that was at a time when if you got a rich owner, you think you're going straight through the Championship. I thought it was going to be the best thing ever. But yeah, didn't turn out that way, did it? We don't want VAR. We just want godlike. Well, exactly, Simon. Yeah, that's the remedy. And what fans, and I'm not accusing Simon of this at all because I know he's speaking tongue-in-cheek there. What fans need to realise is they need to hold referees to a realistic standard. Because a lot of fans, if you take out the fans that are just biased and want every decision to go in the favour of their team, because that's just not a credible person to talk about referees, is it? If they can't accept any decision going against their team. But most people want referees to get 100% of decisions right. And they're just not going to do it, are they? They're human beings, for God's sake. So there you go. John Michel Serring, Gary Cahill. There you go. Champions League winner, Gary Cahill. Are we done with managerial changes this season? Absolutely not, Wenlock. No. How many have we had? Like 4 or 5 so far? There'll be another 4 or 5, won't there, as we get into... we're probably done until the transfer window, unless Hull get taken over or something like that happens. So, but no, there'll definitely be some more managerial changing. I love a tiny little Kenny ground under. Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, very, very much so. Great place to watch football. Bag 3. Yeah, it was a hell of a performance, that by Mitro, wasn't it? Roy Keane's Ipswich. Yes, like Frank Lampard's Derby. Absolutely. Right. I think we are just coming back from half-time. I think we can do another couple more questions. Love referees to have post-match interviews. I don't think that would help, Adrian, because if you ever heard a referee speak, all they do is say, my opinion at the time was I've given this for that, and they'll just quote the laws and no one will learn anything different. And I think as well, there's always this ridiculous threat of teams going legal, isn't it? So I think it's right that a referee doesn't speak and has time to write their match report and collect their thoughts and analyse what they've done before being held to account by the baying mobs about some decision that they've had one look at, especially in the Championship, because there's no VAR, one look at. So I don't know how fair that would be for the poor old refs to be hung, drawn, and quartered in front of the world. I was excited when we got Mark Hughes as a manager. That ended well. Well, Mark Hughes was a good manager for Stoke and Blackburn, wasn't he? But yeah, not for QPR. He's rubbish, wasn't he? But there we go. Warnock doesn't have a team yet, so there'll definitely be another change. Get him back in. Right, second half, you lot. Please hit like if you haven't already on the stream. Draw some other, maybe some new faces along to our watch along here. Keep your comments coming. Brilliant stuff in the chat. It's been really, really good fun. Great chat through halftime. Hit subscribe if you have not already. Let's try and get us to 21,000 as we've just gone over 20,000 subscribers on the channel. If you want, you can support financially. Super chat. Just hit that dollar button right next to where you leave your live chats. Half time is over. We've kicked off the second half. Let's just do a quick little reset for you. It's Derby 1, Rangers 0. Tom Lawrence with the goal. Jason Knight's just bursting forward here down the right-hand side. Think he's won himself a foul, hasn't he? Good play by Knight. I think, was it Dazelle came across and just clipped his heel? Referee Simpson's just pointed an accusing finger. Nathan Byrne thinks he should be booked for that one. I need to see a replay. That's the other thing about refs. I sit here. I mean, to be honest, I don't criticise them like some people do. And I say, oh, let me see a replay on that one. Refs never get to see a replay, do they, without VAR? Dazelle did not get a yellow card. Right. Sorry, let me just bundle through these teams. Roos in goal for Darby. Byrne, Jagielka, Davies for Sife. Shinnie, Bird, Thompson. Knight, Morrison, Lawrence, the goal scorer. I'll do the Rangers team in just a sec. Free kick here for Darby, right wing. It's going in left-footed from Max Bird into the near post. Austin heads it up in the air. Dickey in the end gets it away. Nice chest down by Johansson. Austin clears left-footed only as far as Shinnie, but he's going to have to turn that back round to the aforementioned Nathan Byrne. Lawrence coming in off the left, tries to reverse ball there. Dickey cuts out. This QPR team, Dieng in goal. Dickey Dunn, Barbe, Adoma Wallace, wing-backs, Dazelle Johansson, Chair, Austin, Willock. Don't necessarily agree with how SofaScorer got the formation. It's more Austin up on his own with Chair and Willock. Fair bit of rotation between the two of them, but it's not really a front two, is it? Willock's not been up alongside Austin very much at all, has he? I'm sure the heat maps will tell us that. Hit the like, fellow human beings. Absolutely. Most refereeing errors because they haven't seen something. Exactly, Mr. E. Exactly. If only there was a video referral system where they could go back and check something that maybe they've missed. Hey? Luton by Lawrence in January. Not bad shout. Don't know what the wage structure will be there. Score prediction for Newcastle Norwich tomorrow. That should be really, really good, shouldn't it? Big game. And I hate to say this as an Ipswich fan, but with my show Dearly Departed, all I'll say is up the Dearly Departed on that one. And wouldn't it be fun to have Newcastle on the channel here in the Championship? Willock trying to get through. Willock goes down fairly easily. Referee Simpson's not impressed by that one. He just tried to spin, knock it around his man there. He just didn't have the pace. It's fair call by referee Simpson. There, on to 30k. Can we get there, you lot? Can we get there? We would love it, wouldn't we? Derby 1, QPR 0, 48 gone. Remember, if QPR can turn this around, they go third. I have to say, they're not looking like turning it around. Turn the beat around. No shots on target. No big chances yet. It's just not created anything yet, have they? There's some more Ballon d'Or players. Kante, Benzema, Jorginho. We're up to the top two now. Who is that? Lewandowski and Messi then, we think. I always get asked this. How long is a team dearly departed from? I know teams like Villa, etc., aren't in there, whereas Leeds are. Villa are in there, Sergeant. You need to watch the show. Came out this morning. They're in there forever. So our 5 teams are Villa, Leeds, Norwich, Watford, Brentford. Here is Lawrence. Snocks that behind Thompson. Thompson, Knight. Oh, Knight tried to just thread that through to Lawrence. Didn't quite have enough on it. Chair receives that beautifully. Knocks it out into the left channel. Austin's got loads of space. Austin drives in. Not much support in the box. Austin crosses to the back post. It's a good ball. Willock! Oh, lovely goal. It's a brilliant goal from QPR. Austin didn't have any options in the box. Only Willock. Austin holds it up, floats it to the back post. Willock's side foot volley into the top corner. I have to say, 2 absolutely brilliant goals in this game. QPR have barely created anything, but another fabulous goal up that end of the stadium. Derby 1, QPR 1. And as Charlie Austin got played in down the left there, I thought, oh, this is going to come to nothing. What I will say is, if you're watching on Sky, watch how Chair receives that pass. Look at that. Turns and gives tight on the offside. I'd like to see that again, actually. Austin holds it up well. It's quite poor from Shinnie, actually. Gets drawn towards the ball. There's a moment there where Shinnie can go back and cover Willock. All of that being said, once they don't cover him, Austin just floats it over. And how about that for a finish? Look at that. Cushion just passes it into the top corner. Cushion volley. I don't know why Shinnie doesn't just drop off onto the far post on top of Chris Willock there. Bit of a, well, we can say we called Dickey a bit out for the first goal, didn't we? Maybe we can call Shinnie. Can he not just drop across to the far post there? He seems to think, oh, there's no danger at the back there. Oh, here come Darby again. It's played into Lawrence and he skews that shot wide. Get your thoughts in on that. Woof. Let's have a look here. Pinpoint, assist and finish. Lovely goal. Really poor defending. 6 Derby defenders in the box and just Willock. And did you notice, Wenlock, it was like when Austin came in, they all decided, oh, Willock's fine on the back post. We'll just get into a shape. And nobody drops off and just stands on him. They all left him to each other. And Willock just slams it in the top corner. Apologies. We got some spam in the chat. The block button has been hit. Surprised that a Premier League team hasn't come in with conviction for Chair in the last couple of years. Yeah, the way Chair receives that ball, controls, turns, it was very Premier League, wasn't it? But he always is, isn't he? Yours, great finish. Yes, get in there. Willock, what a finish. That is tremendous stuff. As you're an Ipswich fan, do you do this for League One games? Not many. No, I have to say we're so busy on the channel now. And if you don't know, who put that comment? Stuart. I have a 4-month-old baby as well, so output has been slightly lower this season. Very nice finish. Nothing the keeper can do about it. No, I thought they could have picked up though, couldn't they? And dropped off onto Willock on the back post. There. Oh, there's I've just been sent a lovely snap. Do you know what? I'm going to show it to you. A lovely Snapchat from Shaylee. There's little Edith there, having a lovely old time downstairs, bless her. Waiting for her dad. 2 lovely goals in this game. You're telling me, yeah, 2 brilliant finishes. Both right up into that postage stamp in the top corner in that goal down at Kelle Roos's end at the moment. Anyone wiser than me will tell me what that stand's called. New B player. Who wins this game? Well, let me know. Again, apologies, bit of spam in the chat. I'm on the block button. Nice and quickly, hopefully. Enid, bless her. She's been a good girl today, actually. Annie. Here is Barbe. Derby 1, QPR 1. Ralph. How about a relegation trio of Newcastle, Everton and Leeds? As much as I'm a fan of those 3 great clubs, I would very much welcome them coming onto my patch. And I think you know why, Ralph. Here is Dicky Johansson. Bless her. Will I be dancing for David? I dance for Enid every night. Don't you worry about that. Chair is a comfy chair at this level, isn't he? He's one of those players where you pay your ticket money, you know you're going to be entertained by him as well, don't you? Here he is actually down the left wing. And Willock now. Willock's in behind. He's offside. Good defensive line by Darby. They should have been in there, QPR, if they played that a bit better. Mike, want Darby. Head says QPR. Nicks it. New B player. I hope QPR. Just looking at the goal. That is so tight, isn't it? In a VAR-less championship, you can't blame the linesman if that is 1 millimetre off. Actually, I can have another look at this. It's so strange from Shinnie. The only thing I can think in that goal is that I think it's Chair that arrives in and Shinnie feels like he has to pick Chair up. But no one picks Willock up, and it looks like they had time to stop him, didn't they? Yeah, Hansen, nice reverse ball. QPR are finding a bit more space now. There's a big diagonal now. Here's Willock. Oh, Roos is miles out of his goal. Oh, goodness me. Oh, Roos completely in no man's land there. Liam Thompson did not want him appearing there. And it goes out for a corner end. If Willock could have got the lob, empty goal, and also there's foul risk as well on the edge of the box. Corner's already come in, headed away. Chair picks it up again. Willock needs to watch his mouth here. He's been penalised and he's not happy with referee Simpson. 13-2 for Middlesbrough to get into the top 6. Doors wide open, as I keep saying. Adrian, he wants his 100 points for Newcastle in the Championship next season. I'm sure he'd rather they stayed up, hey? But there we go. There will be a winner. Warbs always goes for 3 points, which sometimes gives away the 1 point, but I love it anyway. There you go. Messi is the Ballon d'Or for the 500th time. What a career that guy's had. Austin, lovely takedown by him. Jagielka comes across the cover. Going to be a corner? I think it might be, actually. Charlie Austin. Very vocal player on the pitch, let's just say. Chipping away at Forsyth there. I think it's all good spirits with Austin, isn't it? Very banterous. He's having him and Graham Shinnie are going back and forth with each other now. I think it's all good fun. Corner to Darby. Rangers, excuse me. Johansson into the near post, cleared away. Hang on a minute. Is that Moses Odebajo? I've missed the substitution, guys. Apologies. Sorry. Lee Wallace went out. Odebajo came in. Sorry, my bad. They're not in shape at the moment because they just had an attacking corner. Adoma is down the left at the moment, so I don't know whether Adoma's playing left wing back and Odebajo's playing down the right. Adoma does well to win the corner. Lionel Messi wins record 7th men's Ballon d'Or, says my phone. Wallace hamstring again. Not good. He's only just got back, hasn't he? Corner taken short by QPR. Chair tries to run it in. Forsyth closes him down. Another corner for Rangers on the left wing, which Ilias Chair is going to swing in. Here comes Chair. Decent punch that by Roos. Very good punch, actually. Good distance. Albert Adoma thinks he's going to smash that in the corner from 35 yards. It flies over the bar. Just have a quick look at the subs benches here, just so you can see. Obviously, Odebajo has already come on. In terms of goals, you're looking at Andre Gray there. In terms of stiffening the midfield up, there's Ball and Field and Amos. Thomas maybe for Chair or Willock, but they're both playing well. For Darby, Ebasele's a nice player, play front right or right back, can't he? Kazim Richards is an out ball. Josviak and Sibley as well, good ball carriers, attacking players as well. Plenty on the bench really for both teams. There's one in the channel. Chair's going for it. Roos has come out again. He's cleared it as far as Austin. Here's Chair into the box. Chair, nice feet as ever. Knocks it off. Steph Johansson's gone down. But Max Bird, I think it was Max Bird. Was it? It was Max Bird. It wasn't Jason Knight because he's running onto the pass. Gets it clear. Dieng, and a bit of a basketball game now at the moment. And this plays into QPR's favour. Derby want this game to squidge up 20, 30 metres back to front. QPR are the ones who want it stretched, and it's playing into their favour. Rangers look the more likely in this second half with the game state as it is. I know as a spectacle, we like it like a basketball game, but from a Derby point of view, if you're a Derby fan, you want this tempo to slow down and you want that back to front distance to be a lot smaller. Chair knocks the ball in looking for Austin. Roos makes the catch, and Roos smartly, in my opinion, just stops everything. And I think they're going to squeeze up now exactly as I just sort of suggested. Here's Burn. Thompson. Bird. Burn. Thompson again. He looks a tidy player. Another good youngster. There's been plenty, haven't they? When you think Jaden Bogle and Max Lowe were sold and Sibley's there, Bird's there, Buchanan's there, Knight is there, Thompson's there. What's the forward called? Stretton as well, Abasele. Could have a good team in League One if they keep hold of all those youngsters, couldn't they? Assuming they do go down, of course, which we suspect they might. Luke, surprised Kelman is not on the bench for Rangers. Watched him recently. Top form at Gillingham. Yeah, I think Luke Warburton's happy with one up top, and he wants to get both Chair and Willock in the team, doesn't he? Which means Austin, Gray, Dykes. It's a long way back, and obviously as an Ipswich fan, we all would like Macaulay Bond not to be involved in that QPR attacking picture. Here's Lawrence to Shinnie, Bird, Morrison. Morrison just drifts in off the right. Good play by Morrison. Shinnie for Forsyth. Shinnie overlaps. And Adoma does well. I stand corrected. They weren't set after that corner. Adoma is still playing down the right. Odebajo is, I know he's a right back, but he's playing down the left after Wallace went out. Now, here's a bit of space for Bird driving into the 10. Burn back to Bird. And he just gets caught out there by Johansson. Good bit of play by Johansson, but he gives the ball away. Darby is still happy for this basketball back and forth type game. Could well be getting another goal in this one, couldn't we? Here's Knight. Burn. Morrison. Burn. Thompson. Just get back in shape. Little press by QPR. Chair is furthest forward again, as he has been many times. Roos is going to kick this one long, and that's handed back to Rob Dickey. 1-1. 63 gone. So with the stoppage time, about half an hour left in this one. Barbe. Dickey. Tempo's just slowed down. To be fair, for about the last 10 or 12 minutes, it's been pretty frantic, hasn't it? Dazelle. Austin. Johansson. Willock. Adoma. Good move this. Adoma, deep cross. Knight's going to tidy up. Odebajo back into Barbe. QPR reset. Darby are quite deep now. Johansson. He's pinged it into the corner. That's an overly ambitious ball. It's a bit of a silly ball, actually, by Johansson. Odebajo gives him the thumb up, but it's one of those where it's like, yeah, that was a rubbish ball, but let's keep the morale up. Thompson, giveaway there. I think he's given a handball against Barbe, possibly. Big switch of play there out to Shinnie. Good play by Shinnie. He's played well today, other than the QPR goal, where I thought he should have dropped off and covered Chris Willock. Easy for me to say after the event, but odd that he just got left. Here's Shinnie again. Giveaway there as soon as I say he's played well. Dazelle with a bit of a hospital ball up in the air. But Chair, oh, well, would you believe it? Chair gives the ball away. First time today, I think. Thompson, Bird, Shinnie. Not a lot up front for Darby at the moment. Morrison, I don't think is going to last probably the next 5 minutes. He's just not in the game at all. Knight gets himself in the game, doesn't he? But yeah, Ravel Morrison has not had many touches this half, has he? Knight, Burn, Bird, bit of space in the centre circle. Shinnie. Forsyth keeps trying to get forward down that left-hand side. Fair dues to him. He's going to try and run a domer here. I don't think he's going to beat him. No, he doesn't. Throw in to Darby. 65 gone. I wonder whether it will be Ebasele or... there you go. Josviak's... Actually, looks like Stearman's... oh, no, he's just got his shirt on there. So Josviak, I'd imagine, will come on for Ravel Morrison. Forsyth just gets closed down by a dome. Another throw in to Darby. 66 gone, 1-1. Forsyth. Morrison, rare touch. I think he knows he's about to come off. Here is Johansson. Johansson tries to lift that one over. Good play by Thompson. Very good, in fact. Just gets back. He's the last man, and he knocks that one back to Keller Roos. So, I think Roos could probably pick that up, but doesn't take any chances. Good cover there. Willock was in if that ball's floated over a little bit higher. Dazelle. Dickey. Dazelle. Lovely technique by Dazelle. He's always had that no-look left-hand drift pass in his locker, hasn't he? Big switch of play there, looking for a domer. Forsyth will win those in the air all day, won't he? And here's Lawrence. He's goal side for a set there. A domer does well to get back, and it's now with Shinnie. Big switch of play there. Burn and Odebajo have both gone down, so hopefully they're both okay. Bumper heads there. They're just doing the concussion checks. Blue Sky. Personally, don't rate Morrison. Hasn't done anything of note today. No, he's not. He's not a great game today. Morrison. I wonder if we can bring up any numbers here. Where is he? Can't even find him. Oh, there you go. Sofa scores reset on me. Let's bring up some player stats there. Sofa scores algorithm, which people get very emotional about. Has Tom Lawrence up there. Obviously, goals mean a lot, don't they? Shinnie, as well. And Chair, that chimes with everything we've said, hasn't it? Thompson as well, highest up in their ratings. Morrison, where's touches? Let me see if I can get touches up. Passing, only 19 touches for Morrison. Actually, it's the same amount as Charlie Austin, but there's a different reason why Charlie Austin, who's been kind of up top on his own, is on that lower number. Josviak has come on, and I was looking away. I'm guessing it was for Morrison. Yeah, he's gone over to the left-hand side. Odebajo up on the left wing here. 1v1 with Burn. Nice cross by Odebajo. Headed clear. Thompson's there. Dazelle in with the challenge. Thompson, he looks a good player, doesn't he? Sweeping everything up in central midfield. Nice and neat and tidy. Sees the danger, doesn't he? So Josviak on for Ravel Morrison. Here's Willock, Johansson, Dazelle. Someone remind me, I think we did this game as a watch-along last year. Macaulay Bond scored the winner, didn't he? Was that 1-0 or was that a 2-1? I can't quite remember. Here's Dazelle. Someone look that up for me, please. Here's Dazelle again. Chair. Josviak helping out with the defensive shape. He's over on that left-hand side with Jason Knight, obviously down the right, trying to get into a 4-3-3 shape. But honestly, I think they're fairly happy in the 4-5-1 with a 1-1 draw. It'll still be a good week, won't it, if they've beaten Bournemouth, drawn with Fulham and drawn with QPR. 3 games against top 6 teams and 5 points. You take that if it means some wins against some bottom half teams, I guess. Although the thing with Darby is you just don't know what's going to happen in January if they're still in administration. Might be a few players leaving. Johansson. Strong play in central midfield. Adebayo's come narrow. Here's Willock's onside on the left wing. 1v1 with Burn. Willock into the box. Willock, little dink up to the back post. Oh, and Chair arriving. Just gets underneath the header. Puts it over the bar. You want that to be Charlie Austin at the back post. It wasn't. It was Chair. To be fair, Willock was offside, actually, in the build-up. So Lino got that one wrong. But once that goes in, oh, he should score that, shouldn't he, Chair? Little hand in the back from for Syfe, but Chair's got to get over that and just nod it into the net, hasn't he? Danger signs there for Darby. Chair heads over. Penny for Charlie Austin's thoughts. He would have liked to have been coming onto that. There you go. It was 1-0. I remember the game. I've forgotten a lot of football matches, put it that way. Adebayo, nice little one inside, looking for Dazelle. Good cover, though. And Darby are going to get it clear. Bird, Shinny. Chair gets back goal side. Davies. Thompson, who I'm quite a fan of, actually. First time I've seen him play 90. Very neat and tidy. Liam Thompson in central midfield. No wonder Rooney's started him for 3 games in a row. 19 years old as well. And very impressive sort of radar awareness for a 19-year-old. I hope I'm not being patronising. Eyes in the back of his head, that kid, hasn't he? Burn gives that one away. And little bit of a lucky bounce there. And here comes Chair charging away. Willock on the left wing. Willock versus Thompson. Burns doubled up now. Willock, Chair, the 2 danger men really for QPR. Chair back to Willock. They've still got the ball, those 2. Chair on the left wing now. Chair, Willock. Need to get out of that corner. They have done. Dazelle. Chair is onside, left side of the box. Chair, he's going to want to go on the right foot. Nice little step over and they win the corner. In the end, Darby standing their ground there. Marco, legend, £5 on the super chat. Thank you ever so much, Marco. Very kind. Buy your baby something nice. We'll tell Shaylee that can go in the pot for Enid. We all appreciate your efforts when you be busy. Thank you so much, Marco. Very, very kind. Happy to be here. This is the job now as well, but we do hopefully find some time for Shaylee and little Enid, of course, and we really appreciate your donation. Corner to QPR then. Chair is going to take it right-footed. Dunn is standing right on top of Roos, so I'd imagine this is going into the 6-yard box, and it goes... Oh, it goes loose, and there's a chance, actually, for Barbe on the right foot. And it just... Let's have another look at that. So the corner goes in. I think Davies heads it. It's got a decent chance, that, actually. I think if that's on Barbe's left foot, he gets a better connection. Do you know what? He's gone down to the floor and just jumps back up. Hits the shot. Good goalkeeping, actually, by Roos. Any muggy shot there, like a missed kick and a bouncy one. And I think Roos is in trouble there. Wenlock, legend. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. $8.99 on the super chat. Not the first time either of those boys have contributed. So thank you Very, very much Marco and Wenlock Young team with the super chats. Charlie Austin is going off. He's trying to wind up the Derby fans by taking his sweet time, and Andre Gray is going to come on. Austin's having a good laugh. They're just replaying the goal where he gets the assist. Great finish that by Chris Willock. Wasn't it? So close, forever QPR. Yes, indeed. Big up Wenlock. Brownie, gone for Austin to get a late winner. Woof. It's been substituted. Oh, dear. David, if he's on his feet already, probably scores. Maybe. And I do think if it's on his left foot as well. Just a little bit more power on the shot there. And I think Roos in trouble. Keeper gets his angles right to be fair to him. What number is Gray wearing then? 19. Andre Gray on loan from Watford. We've seen him score in a watch-along this season. Remember that early goal Andre Gray scored at West Brom? The QPR went on to lose that game, though, didn't they? Did he score against Bournemouth as well? I don't know. Marco, get your hands in your pockets, lads. Oh, thank you very, very much. Very, very kind. Kazim Richards and Abasele are going to come on. So I'd imagine probably Lawrence is going to come out for Kazim Richards. I don't know who Abasele will come on. Depends who's got the most legs left out of Knight, Thompson, Bird, Shinnie, etc. Dreadful free kick in by Johansson, which is easy for Roos. 76-40 on the clock. Marianne, come on, Darby. We'll finish 2-1. As Roos with a Fabian Barthez looking goal kick there. Clears it long. Josviak in the air is not going to win much off Jimmy Dunn, is he? And Adoma plays that one out to Dickey. Poor old Josviak gets manhandled then by Dickey and finds himself on the deck. And the ball switched over to Moses Odebajo. Johansson, Barbe. Good press again by young Liam Thompson, who's probably not far off man of the match, is he? We'll come to you guys in about 10 minutes for your man of the match. Here's Burn. Nice feet by Burn. Odebajo nicks it off Knight. Is there a foul on Odebajo there? No. Chair's got it on halfway on the left wing. Odebajo hooked up in the air. Not great ball by Andre Dezel. Easy header clear by Jagielka. Barbe wins it. Getting a bit loose now, Darby. Not able to keep the ball in the last few minutes as well. There's been a couple of chances for QPR since it went 1-1. None really for Darby. There's a diag looking for Odebajo. Gray is offside. He slams the ball into the back of the net, but everybody had already stopped. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me just bring you up the second half numbers over on SofaScore, and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, 4 shots to 1, 5 corners to 0, 2 big chances to 0. Very much the second half, and Derby were good in the first half, weren't they? Very much, though, QPR have been the better side, and the numbers tell us that in the second half. Right, that's answered my question. Shinnie out. Age before beauty, I think, there. And Abasele in. I said it would be who's got the most legs left. So I'd imagine... Lawrence has stayed on. There you go. Got that one wrong. So Kazim Richards will go central up top. I'd imagine Lawrence will then move over to one side. Abasele, I reckon, will play sort of right central midfield. That's where I'm going to stick him on my pad. Anyway, and do you know what? They might go 4-2-3-1, actually. Might be Burton, Thompson, double pivot. Abasele front right. Josviak front left. Lawrence 10. Kazim Richards 9. Yeah, that's exactly what they've done, actually. I've done this before, hey? Oh, here comes Gray. Oh, just a little prod away from him from Jagielka. Here comes Abasele. Odebajo won't be too pleased to see him. That'll be a fun last few minutes with a nice, fresh Abasele running at him. So a little change of shape by Darby. I know there's not much difference between a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-3-3, but personnel. Good feet by Lawrence. Abersaley on the right. He's doubled up here. Dazell's not going to stop the cross, though. Up in the air off Dunn. Good climb by Dickey. Really good defending. Johansson with dreadful clearance. Gives the ball straight back to Darby. What a finish, though. Well, I bet the keeper will claim he stopped for the offside flag, won't he? Anyone think Barnsley can get out of trouble? I mean, it's going to be a struggle, Marco, isn't it? Long way back with a rookie manager. This one clipped down the line, looking for Abersaley. Odebajo shepherds it out. That substitution has just given just a little kind of temporary zip to Darby over the last minute or so. Rooney will hope that extra zip lasts another 10 minutes, won't he? Here's Barbe. Done. Dickey. Willock comes short. Willock knocks it forward, left foot. Oh, Burn. And he's headed it down. Oh, can they get chair into the box? Oh, good tackle. Good tackle by Nathan Burn there. They really had a chance to get in behind there with chair. If they played their cards right there, they'd be celebrating a goal now. That wanted to go through first time, didn't it, from Gray? Didn't play it. And then Chair, of course, wants to get on his right foot, doesn't he? Corner. Benjamin, discovered your channel a few days, $7.50 on the Super Chat. Have well and truly left my bias at the door. Well, thank you, Benjamin. You're very welcome here. Thanks for many hours of watching already and more to come. Absolutely. You got it all. Corner goes in. Dickey stretching. I think Jagielka just gets in his way and he can't quite get there. Thank you very, very much, Benjamin. $7.50 on the Super Chat. Thank you, everybody, for your Super Chat. It's been a very productive last few minutes for that. Very, very kind. Oh, there's another one. David, legend. Thank you so much, David. £2 on the super sticker. Very, very kind. New substitute boost. Yeah, that's the thing, Anna, isn't it? I'll give you that one. Yeah. Benjamin, you are a legend. In my own lunchtime, hey? Clip forward, looking for Kazim Richards. Dickey stretches. You do your hamstring doing that. You've got to be careful, hey? 82-35 on the clock. Derby 1, QPR 1. Would this be a good time to tell you I had 1-1 on my Football 365 Championship predictor? And I haven't done very well this week, but here comes Andre Gray. Oh, good ball by Gray. Willock into the box. Willock, heavy touch. Willock drives it goalwards. Oh, he'll be gutted. That second touch there, his first touch was good. And then the second touch takes him way too far away. First touch was perfect, and he's just running, and it hits his toe. And he's going to get a good shot off there. Oh, it is dangerous times there for Derby, isn't it? Sergeant, £2 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Raf to Derby. Rafinha, thank you very, very much for a super chat. Very kind. Corner for Rangers. Johansson's going to take from the right. In it comes left-footed. Abersaley there. And I think he smacks it against Forsyth. That should have been a corner, shouldn't it? I need to see the replay of that. I thought that was a corner again on first look. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. What does this replay tell me? Yeah, that's most definitely a corner, isn't it? Abersaley puts that against Forsyth. I think the officials have missed that one. A goal kick. Big boot down the ground. Oh, Kazim Richards. Oh, Abersaley nearly got away from Barbe. Barbe was very handsy with Abersaley then. Don't want to pull back a guy going through on goal. The old denial of obvious goal-scoring opportunity is liable to come out in that case. Russ, legend. Oh, bless you. Funeral went well today. Poor Russ. Lost his grandmother very sadly, very recently. So good to hear that, Russ. And safe travels to Newcastle tomorrow, my friend. Here is Dickey. Boots that one into the channel. Adrian, Phil, every team uses a wing-back formation. What happened to the back four? Well, it goes in cycles, doesn't it? And teams always like to match up, don't they? Just in that corner again. Sky want me to look at some pulling. Nathan Byrne, both arms around Dicky. I don't know. Always look at those and think there'd be about 100 penalties a game with those type of things. Everyone's holding everyone in corners, aren't they? Not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what happens. Obasele, cut out by Barbe. Dazelle. Willock. Chair. Oh, lovely ball by Chair again outside of the foot. Willock, reverse ball. Johansson into the box. Johansson, can you get the crossover blocked out? And, if there's going to be a winner, and famous last words here, it will be QPR in this one. And Chair and Willock, just hard to contend with, aren't they, those two? Corner for Rangers, which Chair is going to take. On the left wing, right foot. It's been a bit of dominance for QPR in the second half. They've got one goal. They're still pushing for the second. Josviak chasing. Good play by Chair, who's got to be close to being man of the match, hasn't he? Chair clips that one in. Headed out by Forsyth. Johansson. Johansson comes in onto the left foot. That's a dreadful pass by Johansson. Out it goes. I love Championship, don't we all, hey? By the way, thanks for the stream, John Wayne. Always solid work. Legend. As Nathan Jones calls sub, game changers. Well, there we go. Will that be Josviak, Kazim Richards, Avasele, Odebajo or Gray? We've got 5 of them on. Willock's looking for that in the drop zone. Davies is comfortably there ahead of him, though. And Forsyth, striding array, horrible touch by Forsyth, and then horrible touch by Adoma. And Forsyth's got it back, actually. Here's Josviak. Josviak drifts forward. Ebasele was the pass. Couldn't quite switch early. Lawrence. Forsyth. Bird, nice feet. Skips past Chair. Oh, nice idea by Bird there. Tried to slide that in. Tom Lawrence. Just put too much on the pass, Bird. But Darby had the throw and Craig Forsyth's taking his sweet time. Hamza. He's off to bed. So is Sargent as well. See you all very, very soon. Throwing goes looking for Kazim Richards. Has he had a touch since he's come on? I don't think he has he? Abasele. Thompson. Byrne, forward from right back. Byrne pokes it down the line looking for Ebasele. Holds it up. Double team from Odebajo and Barbe, 2 former Brentford players there. Good play by Ebasele. Comes away with the ball into the box. Just overruns it. But excellent from Ebasele. He was over by the corner flag. And then within about 10 seconds later, he's nearly entering the 6-yard box. And it's a corner to Darby. And the tide had all been going the other way, and Darby have themselves a corner now. Well won by Ebasele. Max Bird's going to take it left-footed. Would be against the run of play if Darby scored now, but they're having that kind of week, aren't they? Bird floats the corner in. Odebajo gets something on it. Davis arriving. And let me have a look on the other screen. Oh, no. Well covered by Rob Dickey. Burns dicing with death there. Just sidesteps Johansson. If Johansson nicks that, Rangers are in. But there you go. Lawrence versus Adoma. Oh, that's a good play by Adoma. His body in the way. Far too strong for Tom Lawrence. Adoma. Oh, nice ball into the channel by Adoma. Here's Willock. Willock looking for Chair. Chair was away on the back post. Willock's got it again. We're into the 89th minute now. Oh, nice looking cross. Chair. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, goodness me. Great! And he's put it in. And I have to say it's a deserved winner for QPR. I thought they'd missed their chance. Oh, Chair hit the post and Andre Gray spins, volleys it into the top corner. QPR have been pushing all second half and they're going to get a last-minute winner here Oh, I think they deserve it, don't they? Derby 1, QPR 2. Late drama at Pride Park. QPR are going third in the table. Mark Warburton says, think, don't mess this up. Andre Gray's about to get a yellow card for pulling his shirt off. He doesn't care. And QPR have the lead. I thought how unlucky Chair was on the back post. And it all starts there in the corner. Adoma is too strong for Lawrence. He feeds it down the line for Willock. And let's be fair, Willock and Chair have both been excellent tonight. Willock, 1v1 with Jagielka. He's dragged out of the box. The first cross is blocked. Willock gets it inside on the left foot. It's poor from Max Bird. He completely loses Chair. Chair hits the post. And that's a better goal than I thought, actually. Look at this from Gray. Knee, foot, instep, swivels and it's a brilliant goal, actually. I thought he just spun and put it in the net. It's a way better goal than I thought. We've had 3 brilliant goals in this game. Derby 1, QPR 2. Rangers are going third. We're into stoppage time. I've got no idea how much stoppage time we've got. And QPR's decent second half performance looks like it's going to get them the 3 points here. 89-35, the goal time, say Sky Sports. 3 minute stoppage time. We've already played nearly 90 seconds of that. Get your ideas for man of the match in. Give me your man of the matches for Derby. Obviously, Thompson in midfield's been very good. For QPR, it's the same every time, isn't it? Chair and Willock. Let me know who your man of the match is as stoppage time winds down. Hold on, Rangers. Can they do it? QPR will win the playoffs. QPR up to third. Incredible finish. Yeah, I didn't notice. I thought he just swung and put it in, but I didn't notice. Knee, foot, and then volley into the far corner. Tremendous stuff. Goal of the round. Goal of the round's already gone. Who did we give it to? Can't remember who we gave it to. Duncan Watmore, I think, ahead of this game. Mark Warburton's bringing Sam Field in for Chris Willock sensibly just to shore things up. We're going to have another look at a third really good goal in this game. Knee, foot, volley into the top corner. Lovely goal from Andre Gray. What about that? I mean, Chair should have scored with the header, shouldn't he? Let me know your man of the matches, guys. Let me know. David, thank you so much. £5 on the super chat. Andre Gray, Ballon d'Or, loving the channel from a dearly departed Villa fan. Thank you so much, David. It's been a good game tonight with 3 tremendous goals. And it looks like QPR are getting the win and going third. We've got 10 seconds of stoppage time here. A game of 2 halves for some very detailed analysis. Derby, the better side in the first half, going in 1-0. Rangers have pushed and pushed and pushed. And they deserve the win if they get it. There's still time. Ebasele down the right-hand side. We're over the 3 minutes minimum stoppage time. Josh Viak spins, hits the shot, blocked out. Ebasele, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Adebayo trying to house an appeal there. Here's Thompson, who's been excellent in central midfield for Derby. Get your man of the matches in for me, please, guys. Dazelle wins it back. Surely that's going to be it. Plays it down the line. Can Gray draw a foul or win a throw-in or anything? He can't. And the ball's thrown in back to Thompson. Jagielka, we're 1 minute past minimum stoppage time. I guess referee Simpson, who's been good tonight, hasn't he, is allowing the goal to be added on, and it is full time. Derby 1, QPR 2. Good game tonight. QPR are going to go up to third in the table. Let's go straight to that league table, which Rangers fans are going to be super pleased with. Check that out. The only other 2 sides now in double figures for wins this season are the top 2. QPR joined them. They go up to 35 points. Jump from, where were they earlier tonight? 7th, all the way up to 3rd. It's been that kind of week. Blackburn had a big jump as well, but they dropped down to 5th. Now, Derby stay bottom, 21 points deduction. Only a 6th defeat of the season for Derby. They are hard to beat. The story of the game, Lawrence could have given Derby the lead after about 30 seconds. in this one. Couldn't quite convert. Then, great goal by Lawrence on about 10 minutes. Slid through by Shinnie, and Lawrence smashes it in the top corner. Darby then keep QPR at arm's length. And I would say Darby actually finished the first half stronger. Second half, you've got to give QPR credit. Pretty dominant from Rangers in the second half. If I bring up the numbers, 7 shots to 2, 8 corners to 1, 3 big chances to 0. Rangers just turned the screw in the second half. Chair and Willock, both excellent. I probably have Chair as my man of the match, but that's fairly standard for me watching QPR, isn't it? Willock gets the equaliser. A bit poor defending from Darby, but it's a great finish by Willock. Cushion volley in. It just left him on the back post. No one picked him up when it looked like maybe Shinnie could drop off. Rangers pushed and pushed and pushed, but in the end, it's an 89th minute winner. Substitute Andre Gray. Chair hits the post, and Gray, with a lovely bit of skill, a couple of keepy-ups, and a volley into the top corner on the swivel, gets the win for QPR. Derby 1, QPR 2, Rangers go third. Let's have a look here. What a goal by Andre Gray. Agreed. 3 ridiculous goals. David's right. 3 great goals in this game. Yeah, nice to have a 70 grand a week striker. You can put that on Watford rather than QPR. I'm sure they're not paying all of it, but there you go. Second half Warriors. They were good in the second half, weren't they? Chris, deserved win for QPR. Look like the third best team in the division at the moment. They do, don't they? Blackburn and QPR both making really good runs. Mr. E, thanks for the watch along, Ben. Good game. Was really good game today, and 3 great goals. What a game. Cheers, Ben. Bungalow, if you could win man of the match for a finish, it would be great. I was winning Derby on. What a second half. Deserved win from QPR. Yeah, I just think Chair's influence, the way he receives the ball, the way he joins midfield and, you know, striker. He's just a very good player. Ilias Chair, isn't he? And he was at it today. Right. Thank you, everybody. I haven't watched Curb Your Enthusiasm from last night, so I'm going to go and force my 4-month-old baby to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm with me and Enid. Guys, really, really enjoyed that. Great game, some great goals, and a last-minute winner. You love to see it, especially if you're a QPR fan. They go up to third. Woof. You might see me tomorrow. No plans for any content tomorrow. We'll be on Championship 365 with Ben HD and the second tier boys. And we'll see you later in the week. Lots of writing as well this week on Football 365 as well. So do check that out. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for the super chats. There's been plenty. Thank you to Luca, who's our fan sponsor as well. And it's a lovely over and out from me. I'll put your shout outs in over the top of the advert. See you soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.